time is precious. I look at my Cartier out of control. Just like my mind where I'm going. The women, the shorties know nothing but clothes. No stopping at my Pirelli's on. Unlike my jewelry that's always on. I know the storm is coming. My pockets keep telling me it's gonna shower. Call up my homies, it's on and popping the night cause it's meant to be ours. We keep a fadeaway shot cause we ballin' and spittin' up every hour. Look mama, ow, you just like the flowers. Girl, you the truth with all that goody power. You spin my head right round when you go down, when you go down, down.
You spin my head right round when you go down, when you go down.
From the top, I watch her go down. She got me throwing my money up. Ain't nothing more beautiful to be
Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the world's steel capital in the city of bridges, Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, and Acrisure Stadium. Coming up, we've got what should prove to be a good one, as it'll be the Seattle Seahawks taking on the Pittsburgh Steelers.
Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gunn, and Charles kickoff moments away. Quickly, what are you watching in this one?
The offensive line from both teams, because both teams have a terrific pass rush. They've got to keep their passers upright. If they have a chance to do that, they can both thrive on offense and move the ball downfield.
Jason Myers kicking off for Seattle.
Here's the kicker, Jason Myers, to get this one started.
And with the terrible towels waving wildly, we are underway from Pittsburgh. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
So out come the Steelers now for their first drive. They'll be led out by the former Cal Bear, Aaron Rodgers.
There have been very few quarterbacks in the NFL who have been as consistent throughout their career as Aaron Rodgers. He's been good for so long, and we've seen no decline in his skills. His accuracy and arm strength continue to elevate the talent around him, and his in-game mistakes, few and far between.
They'll start on the ground here on first down. And not much there. Maybe a yard up to the 24.
They suspected it was a power play up the middle coming at them, and boy, were they right. That defense got downhill in a hurry and limited them to just a couple on first down.
This is 2nd and 8.
Rodgers going to throw.
This one finds Austin out right.
And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. 19 yards that time for number 19.
First and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Now runs straight ahead with Warren.
And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4.
On play action, it's Rodgers.
He rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Now he breaks free in the middle of the field.
And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
So a big defensive play there on the opening drive, no less, as they make the interception and bring it back for the score.
And I think that's a signal for how this defense wants to play. They want to be disruptive, and you know they're going to take some chances.
Well, sometimes it can burn you, but right there, it paid off.
Jason Myers now for the extra point. And this will give the Seahawks a 7-0 lead. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick six.
Jason Myers kicking off for Seattle.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
So Pittsburgh retakes the field for their second offensive possession.
And remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick six, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick six and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone. On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
First down. First and 10 at the 37-yard line.
On the give, it's Warren. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards. Well, you often say that sort of opens the playbook now, second and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
Now they'll throw with Rodgers. And Freiermuth going to have a Steelers first down as he'll get this up to midfield. 5 yards on the play there as the drive will continue.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size, can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
And he'll slide to a halt here, still a little shy of the first down marker. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard. To throw, it's Rodgers. A short one there to Freiermuth. And, he takes a shot at the end of that play.
I know I spent a lot of time talking about how tight ends in a lot of cases now are pumped up wide receivers, but they're still big people. He used that frame right there to absorb a really big hit on him and held on to the ball.
And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Now Rodgers. And that is incomplete. Now the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
Now Rodgers. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down.
Brings up a 3rd down and 10 yards to go.
Throwing now is Rodgers. And he's not able to get away. Sacked back at the 22. And the defense coming through on 3rd down. A loss of 7 to bring up 4th. Not the start to this one that any quarterback would want or envision. Remember, he had the pick 6, and here he ends up on his backside.
And you have to wonder to yourself, okay, after throwing a pick 6, did he get too careful with the football and not deliver downfield and take that sack? They've got to make sure that he's really into this game.
Well, in a close game like this, obviously you want the touchdown, but certainly they will take the 3.
And they'll be okay with that, but let's throw a little credit to the defense as well. I'm just glad this doesn't come down to a debate, right? Which side won, partner? Because the defense, hey, we didn't give up a touchdown. The offense, hey, we put 3 on the board. Either way you look at it, I think both sides gained something out of that drive.
So out come the Seahawks now for their first possession. They'll be led out by the 3rd overall selection back in 2018 from USC. It's Sam Darnold.
Every quarterback in the NFL has a little bit of his own signature style out there, but for this guy, he really plays the game in a different way. It's led to a couple double takes from us up here as we see him as something truly unique. It's not that he's just the strongest passer or the best athlete to ever play the position. He just has a certain way of seeing the action, and it allows him to make some special plays out there.
So they'll get 8 out of that completion, and it'll be 2nd and a couple.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
Darnold. Repeat of the last play, finding Walker. He'll lose a yard on the play, so now they need 3 yards on 3rd down.
Well, sometimes despite the best planning, the defense actually has a plan as well, and they blanketed everyone on that play. They were able to close it down and spill in for a loss.
Here's Darnold. Throw out wide to Walker. And down he goes, but the stiff arm utilized effectively there, and it helps him move the sticks. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs.
An 8-yard pickup. First down, Seahawks.
Short yardage situation, you have to wonder if they thought that they were just going to run it inside. But you have to be cognizant of the back slipping out of the backfield trying to find some open space. And that's exactly what he does to the tune of a first down.
Back to throw, Darnold. And that one off the mark behind him, incomplete.
They'll put a check mark in the box where the defense coordinator was saying, how well can we stay with these receivers if we're in man coverage? Because he just did it on that one, forced the incompletion. That allowed him to get bolder with his pass rush, won't it?
Absolutely, frees up your guys elsewhere. He'll find Shaheed out to the right. That'll leave him with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. Now Darnold. They'll let this go deep for Smith and Jigba. And unable to connect, incomplete. I'll give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
And that's exactly what defenses talk about. You've got to find ways to get off the field when you can, especially on 3rd down. And 3rd down defense going to be vital in this game. Able to knock that one away and force a 4th down.
The Seahawks will call on Michael Dixon on 4th down to punt this one away. The back deep for the Steelers is Calvin Austin. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I've never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you've met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
Now it appears we have a Steeler here slow to get up. They'll come up 2nd and 6 now from the 24. A handoff for Warren. Nowhere to go that time. Might have gotten a yard up to the 25.
In order to play really good run defense when you're playing a 3-4, those 3 guys up front, the nose tackle and the guys they call the defensive ends, they're usually big people because they're going to have to eat up a lot of blockers because it's usually 5 on 3. And when they do their job well...
And the Seahawk defense gets to him and they bring him down. And now that brings up 4th down there, a loss of 6 yards on the sack. And there they bring pressure from the inside and they get home.
Yeah, hard to block everyone, isn't it? And on this play, someone did not get blocked. He's the one who got home.
And it's fielded at the 34. And that'll be a return of 12 following a very nice punt. And it'll be Seahawk football 1st and 10. Seattle's offense coming back onto the field, ready for their 2nd drive. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Now a fake on the jet sweep, and off the play action, he'll look to throw it.
And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Tough series for the passing game. Things just aren't clicking. Hoping they can come through on this play and get this series back on track with a completion for enough yardage for a first down.
Rush coming, and he's taken down.
T.J. Watt, the All-Pro, in there to take him down. Well, that time, it looked like he essentially just ran right into the pass rush.
Yeah, partner, I'm not much of an outdoorsman, but the fish jumped right into the net, didn't he? Because you've got to make sure that you're deep enough that you can get around the defensive end, have an angle there. But he couldn't do it because he actually cut that one off. Really nice play coming off the edge.
On fourth down, ready to punt, Michael Dixon. Fair catch called. It's taken in right at the 20-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. Looking to put a drive together. To throw is Rodgers.
That's caught. It's Austin left side. And he takes a pretty good lick there as he'll wind up getting about 3.
We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn it into a bigger game. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield. Well, that kind of hit will certainly fire up your team both on the field and on the sideline. Tackles for lost yardage, they're always welcome.
Here's 3rd and 9.
Throwing is Rodgers. In trouble, and he's taken down. And the defense coming through on 3rd down, a loss of 7 to bring up 4th. And when you go 5 wide like they just did there, you can't really max protect, can you?
No, you cannot. What you're hoping is that by going 5 wide, you're forcing the defense into coverage. And if you do that, you got a chance to find some people downfield. But if they audible themselves and go into a blitz, then it's got to happen right now.
Or lights out.
Exactly right. Turn them out. That play's over.
We'll call that a 47-yard punt, a return of just 3. And out will come the offense as they take over. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40. Here's Darnold. Pressure comes, and the Steelers take him down.
Alex Highsmith making the nice play and getting the sack.
And they weren't in zone coverage. They were in man, and each man did his job.
And that looked like vintage, old-school coverage, didn't it? Man coverage reminded me of an old Raiders team. They had a Hall of Famer at one corner and a Defensive Player of the Year at the other, and they just locked people down.
Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter.
Here we go, set. Hey, set.
Play action. It's Darnold.
They'll let this go deep for Smith and Jigba.
It's caught inside the 25. And he takes it down deep into Pittsburgh territory. It's a big play there for Seattle. 53 yards.
1st and 10 at the 17-yard line.
Field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone.
Here we go, set.
Darnold now to throw. Now a run here off the RP. Oh, Darnold loses it. And it looks like Steeler football. It is.
Hey, we can push ball security all we want here, but how about that effort on defense? Excellent job inside the red zone. Just took away at least 3 points by forcing that fumble.
The Steelers offense now, they head back onto the field. Looking to put a drive together. And they'll send the tight end in motion. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. Here's 2nd and 7.
A 3-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd and 7.
On the run, it's Warren. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Now 3rd down and 7.
At the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. Brings up 3rd down and 7.
Now it's Rodgers. Under pressure, and down he goes. And now that brings up 4th down there, a loss of 6 yards on the sack.
The Waitman now to punt as he sends this one away.
Taking it about the 36.
Found good room to run there. Returns at 14 yards.
And this offense will take over right at the midfield stripe with a 1st and 10. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. They'll fake the handoff. Now Darnold.
Oh, what a read on the outside as it's intercepted.
It's picked by the linebacker, T.J. Watt. Before we came up to the booth, last thing he said as we were walking off the field, want to play mistake-free football. Well, that just went out the window there with the pick.
And do you remember what you said to me when we were walking up to the booth after he said that? You're like, oh, fatal last words. Every time we hear that, things tend to fall apart a little bit, and that's what we saw there. Didn't get enough on that throw, and it turned into an interception.
And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field.
And they'll take over here following the interception with good field position and a chance to take the lead with a touchdown. Here's Warren.
Pretty nice, aggressive run there before being brought down just inside of the 30. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Now Rodgers, a free play. And this is caught. For the moment, it's a touchdown, but multiple flags down, so let's sort this out. So obviously they will decline the penalty there, and the result is 6 points. Extra point put through by Boswell. And the lead is now 10-7. Well, that drive started with not a whole lot of real estate in front of them. In plus territory, excellent field position. 2 plays later, pay dirt. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown.
And he won't quite make it to the 25. Now the ball now going back over the Seattle Seahawks offense. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me,
It's time to attack and take some of that momentum back, but make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12.
Sticking with Walker on 2nd down.
And he'll be taken down right around the 27.
You got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball because they were in a 2nd and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to 3rd and manageable with that run.
Now it's Darnold. They'll get this one to come complete.
And he is going to have a Seahawks first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
That's good for a Seahawks first down. A gain of 9 yards. And a Seahawks first down.
So he turned to a trusted, familiar face in that 3rd down situation. It paid off.
Yeah, you go to your veteran receiver in that spot, so you can't underestimate him when he's on the field defensively. Make sure you know where he is because he understands how to get open in key situations.
To throw is Darnold.
Smith and Jigba with the grab.
And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39.
Here's a 2nd and 8.
Go set.
They'll look to throw. Throw left side complete. That's Walker. Now we're going to get a timeout here as it looks like there's a Seahawk injured on the play.
Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. They'll see about converting this 3rd and 8.
We go set. Set.
Darnold to throw again. Throw left side complete to Cup. And he'll only get this to about the 44 as they stop him short of the line to gain. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And that'll bring up 4th down. Here's Michael Dixon now to punt. And he's getting a workout here in this first quarter as he gets it away. And great special teams work here. This is knocking on the door of the 5. They'll spot it at the 6-yard line. The Steelers offense now, they get ready to head back on the field.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for the...
And they're going to sack him again. The 5th time they've gotten him today, and this one results in a safety.
At this point, I think it's a surprise when he isn't close to being sacked on a passing down. The amount of times he's hit the deck today, I think a lot of us are reading safety before they even took the snap. Simply a merciless pass rush every step of the game, and that rush earns a crowning achievement there.
Now the free kick comes after the safety from the 20 as they bring the punter on to try and get some hang time here.
This is taken at the 18.
And Seattle now ready to march out of the field.
It's a gain of 14 yards. And the Seahawks first down. A gain of 14.
Looking to put a drive together.
Set. Set.
Hands it to Walker to begin the series.
And he'll be taken down right around the 34 after a pickup of only a yard.
That felt like a trap because it looked to me like the opposing front was on that play from the get-go. They had everyone crashing the ball carrier before he even made the line, and they hold him to just a yard.
Sticking with Walker on 2nd down.
They'll get about 4 as he's past the 35 to the 38-yard line.
We haven't seen much from him running the football here in this first quarter.
No, you're right about that. We haven't
haven't seen much of him at all so far. They've stacked him up pretty well, but when you're trying to run the football, sometimes you got to play the long game. Keep handing it to him, and some of those runs that aren't working now, they turn into 6, 7, 8, and maybe more later on.
And he's going to be taken down right at the line. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be 4th down. Now here's Michael Dixon as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Steelers are going to take over 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. Now some movement before the snap. And we'll hear from our referee for the first time this afternoon. And maybe they were coming with a blitz that time and it caused a jump.
I think if we saw it, you know that they saw it. Might have been a little discussion down there. Bad guys coming. Pick them up. Pick them up. And someone jumped.
In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. They come up on 2nd and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon.
They'll get this out wide to Metcalf.
And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. A gain of 32 that time.
What a first quarter he's been putting together. He scored the touchdown earlier, and he's in phase right out of the gate. Right now, he's playing with such confidence, he doesn't believe that they have an answer for him no matter what they do on defense. And here's another big play to prove his point.
Running left, it's Warren.
And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38.
That's Reek Warren with a great play to get him for a loss.
Part of the thinking when you bring in extra tight ends, you're hoping that each of your guys gets those one-on-one blocks and creates a crease for your runner. You know what the converse is, though? You've got to win those one-on-one blocks, and when you don't, that's the result you end up with.
Here's Rodgers to throw.
Now a quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete.
It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back unsuccessfully.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Here's Rodgers.
That's caught. He gets it out to Austin.
He'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A big play that time on the catch and run. 35 yards.
1st and 10 at the 27-yard line.
This is what made the West Coast offense a staple around the NFL in the 80s and 90s. You don't have to push the ball deep downfield to come up with big plays, and there's an example of that right there.
Now a run to Warren.
And he stopped immediately there. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
They'll run it. Warren.
They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6.
That was another good run, and he's having an excellent day. And right now, I don't think his team could have any more confidence in handing him the football.
The 8th play of the drive coming up. It's 3rd and 3. They fake the give. Now Rodgers.
He's got his target. That's complete.
Touchdown. 2 touchdown passes now here in this first quarter for Aaron Rodgers. And the Steelers go coast to coast and finish the drive off with 6 points.
Well, in that connection, it looked like they maybe had some pre-play communication. Maybe one of them noticed an area that was open to the defense to get the pass to.
When you put the time in, sometimes you have that great silent communication that you just noticed right there, because the best quarterback-receiver combos in the NFL, they know how to make those adjustments at the line of scrimmage when they see something pre-play, and they got it done there.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown.
And out a little across the 25 to the 27.
The Seattle now ready to march onto the field.
27-yard line.
Looking to put a drive together.
Here's Walker to start the drive.
And room to run as he's up past the 35-yard line.
Now that's the way you want to start a drive. Talk about a tone setter as well as a playbook opener. Now if you want to take a big shot over the top, you're all positioned to do so.
Sticking with Walker on second down. And this will be a Seahawks first down as the tackle made at about the 43-yard line.
7 yards there and a first down.
First down. First and 10 at the 43-yard line.
We are in for a good one as we're through one on EA Sports. Seahawk football here to start quarter number 2. As they've got it with a 1st and 10. Straight ahead, Walker.
And there just continues to be nowhere to run. He's bottled up again at the line of scrimmage. Up from the secondary to make the tackle, Jalen Ramsey. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10.
Walker with another carry. And this one not going anywhere. They get him at the 44 for a gain of just a yard.
What an advantage having a elite guy in the middle of the defensive line, because not only does he take up the space and let the linebackers run free, but he can also make plays himself, as we just saw there.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. He'll drop to throw. That'll be caught by Cup. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 45-yard line. A strong pickup of 11 keeps their drive alive.
45-yard line.
Did you see that route the way that I did? I thought he was trying to get deep.
Yeah, that
first.
wasn't the first option.
No, not it came off of that guy, the deep guy, and came underneath on the drag, completed it very well.
Darnold.
He completes this to Walker.
Fights through him.
Boom!
And fighting through tackles. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30.
That's another Seahawks first down. A gain of 17 yards. First down, Seahawks.
Here's Darnold. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he's brought down, but not before a gain of 13, down to the 13. 1st and 10 in the red zone.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10.
Again, Darnold.
Looking for Cooper Kupp again, 2 in a row.
And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. 12 more yards for him there. It's a first down.
First and goal at the 1-yard line.
Now Darnold. On the RPO, he'll keep it. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown.
It's a 1-yard touchdown run. And the Seahawks have come back to make it a 2-point game.
Well, I'd have to say that for him, that was an all-encompassing drive, because it was his arm that got his team down to that point, but his legs that finished the deal. Give him credit for making it happen.
Now Myers for the extra point. And this is now a one-point game. So a nice drive put together there. They go 75 yards in 9 plays. And it ends with a 1-yard touchdown run. The touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. This Pittsburgh offense led by Calvin Austin running back out. He's doing what he's capable of, having a solid game. Not the most amazing game. He's not over 100 yards, but a good game so far.
And you just know that mentally, he feels like he's one catch away from turning it into a great game and starting on that road. And the defenders are well aware of that, too. They've got to figure out a way to not let that escalate. Keep him right in this zone here and call it a day, because otherwise he can really decimate him.
Better believe they are well aware of his playmaking ability.
So this has been a lot like a tennis match, hasn't it? Back and forth. Both of these offenses having their way so far, so maybe the question isn't who's going to score the most points in this game? Maybe it's who's going to get some stops.
Yeah, absolutely. And that sack, finally a first step in the right direction for a stop. Catch is made by Metcalf. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. Third catch of this first half for him, and this one is a first down.
Steelers, first down. First and 10 at the 33-yard line.
Throwing now is Rodgers. He finds Austin complete.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 40-yard line.
Ball on the 40 now. Here's 2nd and a couple.
Now a handoff up the middle. It's Warren. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Sometimes in the run game, you can make the argument that quickness beats size. And how about the example right here?
So the first down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12. Rodgers now to throw. Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawks defense.
Now, hang on. We've got an injured player down there, and oh, my. Oh, that's Aaron Rodgers, the quarterback, shaken up. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside.
1st and 2nd down were a disaster. Both went backwards. Now it's 3rd and 18. They need something big. Now it's the backup Rudolph. Man open, that's Marquez. And now the ball's out. Fumble near midfield. And the Seahawks have picked it up. And his guys are going to get the football at their own 47-yard line. A lot of talk this week about ball security. In fact, they added an extra period in practice to be more secure with the ball. It didn't work out there.
Well, sometimes you just get overexcited during the game. You may all of a sudden make your catch, see some open field, and decide you're going for it, and not realizing that danger lurks while you're doing so. And there's your end result right there.
And now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure that they have it right. Now the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear possession of the football afterwards. This is a tough one to overturn.
After review of the play, the ruling on the field is reversed.
So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. Here we go on fourth. Rudolph lets it fly for Thielen. And this is caught inside the 5. And in for the Steelers touchdown. Adam Thielen, 48 yards. And the Steelers take a chance, but they find pay dirt on 4th and goal. Wow, talk about a big 4th down conversion for the score. Defensively, how do you let that happen?
I think you start with the offense, and you give them credit for going for it, having that type of, well, let's face it, audacity. But defensively, I think you're right on target, partner. There's no way something like that's supposed to happen in that situation. You're supposed to be able to shut that down and get the ball back for your own team. Instead, they give up not just a big play, but a touchdown.
Boswell good with the extra point, and the lead is up to 8. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The Seattle now ready to march onto the field. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. Will go down as a gain of 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
Here's Darnold. Repeat of the last play, finding Walker. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
That's a pretty play there coming out of the backfield, but as that back, you've got to be conscious of making sure you're securing the football. When you get out in open field, sometimes you get a little loose with it as you're trying to get up ahead of steam. Make sure you keep it close to your body because those defenders are trying to punch it free. He does a nice job there protecting the ball and picking up a 1st down.
And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
Brings up 2nd and a yard. At the Steelers' 49-yard line.
Here we go, set. Set.
Darnold now to throw. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a 1st down. Well done.
It's a gain of 11.
Give them 11 yards that time and a new set of downs. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Here we go, set.
Back to throw, Darnold. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And this ball incomplete. Looked very much to be a catchable ball and could not hang on. 2nd down coming up.
I know you felt like saying touchdown there, didn't you, partner? That looked like a sure 6 points, but the contact jarred it free.
Got his hands on it, could not hold on through the end of the play. Now it's Darnold. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down.
That is the first time that they've targeted him that he has not come down with a catch.
He's caught everything that's been thrown his way, a dominant pass receiver that can break down any defense, because when he's doing that kind of work, it really hurts you on the back end.
And even though it's an incompletion there, I think they're going back to that well. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds.
It's a gain of 18.
Catch number 4 for him on the afternoon, and it'll give him a first down.
First down. First and 10 at the 20-yard line.
We go set. Hey, set.
To the air again, Darnold. End zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle. A.J. Barner, a 20-yard touchdown. And the Seahawks are back within a couple of the lead. Their first passing touchdown of the ball game, and they go to the big tight end in those sure hands, and he provides the score.
Certainly looked like they were focused on taking away other weapons, and he certainly made them regret that, because he found the soft spot, ended up taking it to the end zone. Nice throw, too, to complete the play.
The extra point now coming from Myers. And this is now a one-point game. So that drive in total 8 plays. And the Seahawks capping it off with a touchdown.
Myers to kick off for Seattle.
And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away.
And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26.
A look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. He's been good. His guys are winning. So far, the recipe working here in the second quarter.
He doesn't like to just tote the rock. He wants to carry his team on his back, and that's what he's done throughout this game.
Yeah, he's done that. He'll be hoping to continue that trend.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
Here's a fake on the jet sweep, and instead a give up the middle.
Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. This offense so far on third down, they've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. He is going nowhere as he is enveloped behind the line. No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively, and it likely forces a punt situation on 4th. Yes, it's the first half, but we'll see if that stuff there on 3rd and 1 comes back to haunt him.
I hope you don't mind, but it's not going to stop me from putting a check mark next to this play. Let's look back as this game progresses and see if this is one of the key plays in the game, even though it occurred early.
Taking it about the 16. A 46-yard punt, 4-yard return.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
And out now come the Seahawks. And things are starting to move in the right direction. They get the touchdown last drive, then their defense gets them the football back.
Yeah, now they have a chance to get the lead if they can put something together here. And I'm eager to see how they decide to do it. Do they want to be methodical, or do they want to take the big strike and go after it right now?
Go set.
To throw is Darnold.
Now he's going to step up and run.
And he's upended after a gain of 4 up to the 25-yard line.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5.
Here's a 2nd and 5 now from the 25.
set. Hey, set.
Play action. It's Darnold. And this is incomplete.
Intended for number 38. Incomplete. It's third down and 5.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on third down.
Hey, set.
Faking the give, Darnold. And he's caught. And he'll have it past midfield, almost to the 40, before being taken down. That's a first down and then some, a 32-yard pickup.
Seahawks, first down. First and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Well, he looked his way quite a bit in this first half, and with good reason. You can see it there. He is such a handful defensively, just too hard to keep him under wraps, and delivers a big play here for this offense.
Set. Hey, set.
A play fake, and it's Darnold. Well, that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's second down.
Brings up second and 10.
Go set. Hey, set.
Off of play action, Darnold. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone for the Seahawk touchdown. Jackson Smith and Jigba, 42 yards. And the Seahawks are able to move back in front. Now Myers for the extra point. And that'll make this a 6-point game.
Makes the score
5 plays there on that drive. And it was capped off by a Jackson Smith and Jigba touchdown catch.
Jason Myers to kick off for Seattle.
And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. And he returns this to the 22. The Steelers offense now, they head back onto the field. Looking to put a drive together.
No. Blue 58.
Now Rodgers. He'll check this one down to gain 1. And he's going to get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it as he gets wiped out on that one.
Brandon, you know this is going to be discussed because this is the fear of all the backs when they run this type of a route. They've got to find the football, and sometimes they don't see the defender. And in this case, he took a pretty good shot for his efforts, but give him credit, able to hold on to the football.
So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And now we've got a 3rd and 4.
Brings up 3rd and 4.
Green 80 down. Green 80.
Shotgun now for Rodgers. And the Seahawk defense gets to him, and they bring him down. And now that brings up 4th down there, a loss of 6 yards on the sack.
He found his way into the backfield, and he simply would not be denied.
Well, they say that life's all about opportunities, and that holds true when you're playing defense as well. How about him seeing that chance, making the most of it, did a great job of wrapping him up and bringing him down.
Fielded at about the 28. It's a 49-yard punt, but subtract 9 there for the return.
And they will take over 1st and 10. Jackson Smith and Jigba and his offense ready to go once more here.
Making his presence felt early in this one. First half, already over the century mark.
How about the yards per completion, too? That's a pretty darn good number there. Number of catches, but he's shredding defenses, getting big yardage with each and every one of them.
Good starting field position here for the Seahawks as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 37. They'll try and start this drive in the air. They'll get this one to Cup complete. And able to use his stiff arm for a little bit of leverage before he's taken down. A pretty good game.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 45-yard line.
2nd and a couple.
We go set.
Back to throw. Shakes off the sand. But in the end, the pressure too great, and he goes down.
Loss of 10 as multiple defenders get to him.
Like the footwork back there, I thought he did a pretty good job of evading that first wave of players. Tried to buy a little extra time out of the pocket, but in the end, oh, that was a tough one.
Yeah, winds up getting buried for the loss.
They need 12 here. It's 3rd down.
Darnold.
Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Inside the 10.
And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Steeler touchdown.
In a tight game like this, that could be an incredibly important pick 6, CD. And remember, it cancels out the one that the opposition had earlier in this ball game.
You're right about that, partner, because each side came up with plays to swing the momentum their way. Still plenty of time left for either team to come through with a win, though. Can someone else make a similar play and win it for their club?
Extra point put through by Boswell. And with it, his guys take the lead here by a point.
Seahawks 30.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. Shoves him away.
And he'll be stopped up at the 25. Jackson Smith and Jigba and his offense ready to go once more here.
He's probably someone they want to get more involved at this point. 2nd quarter down on the scoreboard, and you know that he can be a threat.
And because he's such a threat, as well as so productive, I'm with you on this. They've got to get him the ball more, give him more opportunities for them to have a chance to erase that lead.
Certainly they'll be looking to get him even more in the mix this go-around.
They'll run with Walker to begin the drive.
And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3.
Sticking with Walker on 2nd down.
Pushing his way inside the 40. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down.
Now it looks like we're going to get a stoppage here. An injured Steeler on that last play. Well, hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break.
Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. A shotgun snap for Darnold. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete.
And he was able to shed one tackle but could not get away from there.
The gain of 5, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
At the Steelers' 37-yard line.
Go set.
Here's Darnold. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. So they'll get nothing out of that play. And it brings up 3rd and 5 now. Looking to throw. He's going to rifle one deep left side.
And oh no, it's incomplete. Well, it's a touchdown if he holds on, but somehow took his eyes off of it, falls to the ground, and brings up 4th down.
Myers' kick is good, and they have regained the lead. These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted, but I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yep.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
And now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field.
As we eke closer and closer to intermission, Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession of the first half.
Yeah, and this is what close games feel like because the pressure is on both sides, but sometimes the pressure is a little bit higher on the team with the slight edge because they're trying to hold on to that, trying to increase it. Let's see how this one continues.
Now a 2nd and 6.
And they'll send the tight end in motion here. Throwing is Rodgers.
A short one there to Freiermuth.
Give him a gain of 5 on the completion. And that will bring up 3rd and 1.
Gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 1.
Here's Rodgers.
That'll be dumped off to Gainwell.
And he is going to lose yardage here. They'll wind up losing 3 here on the play. And it'll be 4th down.
But we know the guys up front have to protect when it's a pass play, but it's really out wide. Sometimes you're going to swing a tight end or maybe even offensive tackle to get out there, but most of the time it's fellow wide receivers, and they really weren't up to the task there, were they?
Do you like that call on your own side of the field?
I don't mind that call at all, just about anywhere. But the key is you have to have the confidence, and then they have to execute their blocking assignments. Otherwise, you get the end result we just saw there.
A nice return there of 11 to help mitigate a good punt.
And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. The Seattle offense now set to come back out on the field. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes after saying, let's get
Not one that I've ever met.
A tackle by Cole Holcomb. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Ball at the 26, 2nd and 7. Sticking with Walker on 2nd down.
Call it a gain of a couple, and that's going to leave them with a 3rd and about 5.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Now Darnold. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
His back has been a dependable safety valve all game, so they went back to him when his first read was covered. Just unable to connect, so the play results in no gain.
And here's Dixon to punt now as he gets this one away.
Fair catch. Signaled for
Pittsburgh's offense now heading back out onto the field. Now, if you're a fan of punting, and I know that not many people are, but this game kind of turning into one for you.
Well, it's okay if it's a skills contest, right? We're really into it then, but not during the course of an actual game. This has turned into a field position game, though. Sometimes the better punter may actually determine the outcome.
They try to set up the screen. Oh, nearly disaster. But it's incomplete. Not much chance of that working. Almost intercepted. It's 2nd down.
Rodgers going to throw.
And that's going to be incomplete.
Good defensive call right there because they had someone shadowing him along his entire route. And he was right there ready to provide a hit to prevent him from making another catch to his big start.
Lets it fly for Thielen. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, there was not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
Averaging 50 yards a boot so far as this one's away. It's taken to the 26. That'll be a 44-yard punt. The return goes for 8. Here come the Seahawks now, set to take over on offense. And not an abundance of time remains on the clock, Charles, but you would think more than enough to try to extend this lead before intermission.
And when you're talking about extending the lead, I think you're talking about aiming for the end zone because there is plenty of time for that. The fallback is to get 3. But in your mind, you put 6 on the board right before the half. That's a heck of a dagger and great momentum to carry into the locker room.
So the completion good for 6 yards. And that'll make it 2nd down.
Nice rhythm throw there on 1st down. He located his tight end, made a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. They'll fake the handoff. Now Darnold. Now a run here off the RPO. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And it goes down. T.J. Watt. That is now 2 sacks for him here in this first half. 3rd and 8. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free. And it brings up 4th down.
Oh, I thought he had that one, and that was nearly a big 3rd down conversion to give this drive some life. Instead, they're on the spot and help separate the receiver from the ball.
Fair catch called for and made at the 16 or maybe the 17-yard line. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation, either side of the ball. Just go ahead, finish up the half, and get on out and talk about it.
Halftime coming up. Let's get you down to Orlando and our buddy Scott Hansen with our EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Brandon, thanks much. Welcome into the Orlando studios. Scott Hansen with you on an abridged halftime report. Good competitive first half. This game kind of has a punch-counter-punch feel to it, as reflected on the scoreboard. Tight game going into the second half. Can either team pull away? To find out, let's go back to the stadium and our broadcast team, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Scott, great work as always. We'll see what the second half brings here. These two defensive coordinators probably scratching their heads at intermission. These offenses, they have had their way so far. It's been a shootout so far. We'll see which defense can make the adjustments as we get back underway in the second half. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. The Seahawk offense set to go to begin this third quarter. And, Charles, they've got the lead. I would imagine the overall halftime tone was a positive one, but what do you think the talking points were in the locker room?
Well, there were 3 talking points at the half partner. All of them were about turnovers because they were pretty loose with the ball. Otherwise, this lead could be even bigger. Now, I don't think that they overly harped on it, but I think they told them, guys, if you want to keep calling those plays that are exciting, you've got to take care of the ball. Otherwise, we may have to dial things back a little bit.
Sticking with Walker on second down. And this will be a Seahawks first down as he's got this past the 35 to about the 37.
They were not fooling around at all, were they? Second and short, and they brought out the heavy package. Almost felt like the super heavy package against that defense, didn't it?
Yeah, I don't think they expected that much beef up front, and it turned into an easy first down conversion. Walker now on 1st and 10.
And he'll do a nice job here just to fight his way back to the line of scrimmage.
Alex Highsmith there on the tackle.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 3rd and 1.
Go set. Reset.
They'll look to throw for it on 3rd and 1. Throw left side, complete to Cup.
And he is going to have a Seahawks first down, and comfortably so, as he gets 5 there on 3rd and a yard.
That's not the first time they've looked his way when they've needed a big play. He's been the go-to guy all game long. And they get the hook up again on 3rd down to keep this drive alive.
Here's Darnold. They'll get this complete to the tight end Barner. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. The Seahawks moving pretty well through the air. Another first down.
Another Seahawks first down. It's a gain of 17 yards. And the Seahawks first down.
Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
Again, Darnold. And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going to go down. Patrick Queen gets him for a loss of 10 yards from his linebacker spot. But defensively on the previous play, they gave up a pretty good chunk of yardage, but right there, they got a good portion of it right back.
And if we just flip it around from the offensive perspective, took a nice step forward, and how about a couple of leaps backwards after that play? They've got to figure out a big call coming up here to try and gain that yardage back.
We go set.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Darnold. Under pressure, and they got to him again. Multiple defenders get to him there, and that is the 6th time he's been sacked in this ballgame. Now the terrible towels in full force now as the Steelers get set to defend this 3rd and long. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it. And now before they run this 4th down play, we're going to get a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. And the fair catch is taken at about the 13-yard line here. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the offense will come back out deep in their own territory. Looking to put a drive together. From the gun, it's Rodgers. A short one there to Freiermuth. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And it'll be 2nd down.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. And that's really good for the game of football. You get better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
Call it a gain of 3, but not enough to move the sticks. It'll be 3rd and about a foot or 2.
We
Rodgers with a keeper. And he will have the Steelers first down, at least at first glance, as he'll spot the football just beyond the marker. They find a way to convert on 3rd and inches.
I don't know about you, but I like this call. 3rd and inches, and instead of worrying about getting it back to a running back and maybe there's some penetration from the defensive front, just go ahead and take it, move forward, and pick up the first down.
And as we say often, it shows confidence in your offensive line.
And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6.
At the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back out and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
And Rodgers is going to go down. He's sacked.
DeMarcus Lawrence. Credit him with a sack, and it goes as a loss of 6.
An assortment of sacks in this game. This one a product of a good jump and terrific effort. Moves quickly off the snap of the ball. Doesn't let up until he's in the backfield and impacting the quarterback.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Working from the gun, Rodgers. And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now 4th down.
Partner, the way this offense has marched up and down the field during this game, it's almost a surprise to see an incomplete pass on 3rd down, isn't it?
Yeah, they have had their foot on the gas all game long, but here finally stalling out. The Steelers send out their punter now. He's been terrific so far. And taken right on the 30. Oh, he breaks a tackle, and he's got an alley. Call that a 44-yard punt, 5 on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. And we will get another look at Seattle's offense. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old-school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive.
We go set.
39-yard line.
Darnold from the gun. Open man is Barner, the tight end. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. They call his number again. It's his 6th catch and a first down.
1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Set.
Darnold now to throw. This is caught inside the 15. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line.
Well, this game has certainly had no shortage of offense. Both teams have been revved up from the start. And here's yet another big play. Boy, both defenses have just got to be dragging out there because they've been run ragged throughout.
The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's 1st and goal from just inside the 10. Darnold to throw again. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
On that snap, he's a hero of his defense up to the play he just made. A one-possession game, and his hit kept it exactly that.
Now it's Darnold. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And he'll work free from one tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down. The catch good for 6 yards, but now it's 3rd and goal. Back to throw, Darnold.
And down he goes. Pressure gets him back at the 14. T.J. Watt able to disrupt yet another pass play. That is his third sack of the afternoon.
3rd and goal, they decided to throw for it, but how about the play defensively? Couldn't find anyone open, left him nowhere to go with the football, had to absorb the sack.
Now here's Jason Myers. He gets set for the Seahawk field goal. This a 31-yard attempt. Myers' kick is good. And that will push the lead up to 5. So give him 3 on that drive. You know, normally you'd say, we'll take it, but the way points have been flying around, it feels like a little bit of a letdown.
Yeah, you just have to wonder, are field goals going to be enough? Because as you pointed out, the way touchdowns have been scored, does kicking a field goal actually put you at a disadvantage the rest of the way?
Myers now converted on the field goal try. Now he's on to kick it away. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field.
Over on the sideline, hoping to hit that reset button between possessions. Last time out, they had to punt it away. This time hoping to finish this thing off in the end zone.
And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
And partner, to me, that one was all about timing. If he's there too early, it's going to be a pass interference call. If he's too late, it's a completed pass. He was Johnny on the spot on that one.
Now it's Rodgers. That helps the completion percentage, but not much else, and now it's 3rd and 10. The defense loves to hang their hat on that, don't they? You get a guy that catches the ball, but you stop him for no gain.
Without a doubt, because they're also used to trying to catch people after the catch, and they miss. And that turns into what? A huge play. We've seen it so many times. In this case, though, catch was made.
And Rodgers is going to go down. He's sacked.
More than one defender there, and that's a loss of 5 on the sack.
You know, on these types of plays, we're always looking to assess blame. Okay, where did it break down? Sometimes it's just a great play.
The Steelers send out their punter now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And it's fielded at the 34. Yeah, that's a 48-yard punt with the coverage holding him to 3 on the return.
The Seahawks offense and Kenneth Walker set to take over once more. And you have to imagine this defense saying, how do we stop this guy? He has run roughshod through him to this point in the 3rd quarter.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense is not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
To throw is Darnold. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33.
Yeah, boy, here's a sight you don't want to see. Ken Walker injured on that last play. Now, the medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. Now, the terrible towels in full force now as the Steelers get set to defend this 3rd and long.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. Now it appears we have a Steeler here slow to get up. Now here's Michael Dixon as he's on to punt for Seattle. Fair catch called. It's taken in right at the 20-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. looking to put a drive together.
319.
Shotgun now for Rodgers. He'll find Gainwell out of the backfield. And he got blown up on that play. Back at the 20. He was unable to shake free there. They'll cover him for a loss of a yard.
258.
To throw, it's Rodgers. Setting up the screen with Gainwell. Give him 3 on the screen. He couldn't break free, and it's 3rd down.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down.
319.
Shotgun now for Rodgers. He'll let it fly for Austin. Oh, the turnover fest continues. Here's another interception. Picked off by Nicky Manwari. And the Seahawks are going to have the short field here as they'll take over right at the 50.
At the 50-yard line.
Boy, that one was in the air for an agonizingly long time.
Just begging to be picked off, wasn't it? It's one thing if you're throwing a ball like that, trying to throw someone open or lead them into an area. But that ball needed to be thrown with a lot more conviction. As a result, it's an easy interception.
That's my heart. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's my heart.
And the Seahawks get ready to trot out on the field.
They'll have good field position at midfield following the turnover as they start with a 1st down here.
So good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. After the interception, here's Darnold. Walker with a grab, left side. Some extra space following the display of power. Down just inside the 45.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5. At the Steelers' 44-yard line.
From the 44-yard line, here's 2nd and 5.
Darnold. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd and 5.
Here's Darnold.
That is incomplete. Well, the incompletion, but now we also have an injured player. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside.
Darnold's going to stay out there. They're going to go for it on 4th down. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. And now the Seahawks are going to take a timeout here on defense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawk defense. They bring a man off the corner that time, and he gets home for a loss of 6. Everybody was coming on the blitz that time, and they got home.
And you know the expression, hat on a hat, in terms of blocking, trying to keep your quarterback protected? Well, if you don't have enough hats, that's the end result. Your quarterback goes down, and sometimes he goes down hard.
And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. They'll give him 4 yards there. And it'll be a 3rd and about 13. Here's Rodgers to throw. And Rodgers intercepted a 3rd time.
Picked up by Devin Witherspoon. And the Seahawks are going to take over at their own 30-yard line.
2nd straight drive now here, Charles, that have ended with an interception.
And I just wonder, because I don't think it's going to rattle him necessarily, I also wonder if it's going to nerve him a little bit. Does it lead to another one? Or does he find a way to pull it together and become sharp again?
The Seahawks take back over.
And last time we saw them go for it in kind of an unusual situation. It's not like it's a fourth quarter do or die. They went for it, didn't get it. We'll see how that affects them this go-around.
Partner, I'm wondering if we're starting to see the effects of analytics coming into play here, where people are studying the number of possessions, how many times you should go for it, what position it leaves your team in. Maybe we're starting to see a little bit of that creeping into the NFL game.
I think we've seen it in other sports, maybe into the NFL now as well.
I like the play design there. They occupied the defense downfield, everyone trying to account for someone. But unfortunately, they didn't account for the running back slipping out of the backfield, and he was absolutely unnoticed and wound up getting big yards on that play.
Repeated the last play, finding Walker.
And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory.
11 yards there and a first down for Seattle.
Brandon, a lot of times you'll see running backs rotate in and out of the game, whether it's completed pass, a good run, it doesn't matter. Here, not only does he stay in, but they go right back to him, and he makes another nice play. Back-to-back catches.
This goes to the tight end, Aaron Salbert.
And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. 12 more yards there and another first down.
Well, so far, little to no resistance by the defense on this drive alone. 3 passes, 3 completions, 3 first downs. They're taking it to him, and it's paying off.
And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well.
First and 10 at the 21-yard line.
Throwing again is Darnold. He completes this to Walker.
So the completion good for 7 there. And it's second down. So 5 plays on this drive, Charles. All passes, all completions. And just like that, they're in the red zone.
And don't you think the playbook opens up a little bit more now? Because all they've done is throw the football. If you want to run it now, you may very well have them fooled.
And the Seahawks are going to be looking at first and goal as they move this down to the 4-yard line.
And the Seahawks, first down. First and goal.
It's all pretty simple sometimes, isn't it? Go where the defenders are not, and he does exactly that. Makes a nice catch to move the chains. Defense got to find a better way of accounting for the shorter routes that are being run against them.
The RPO will keep it
under pressure. Down he goes. Sacked at the 10.
Patrick Queen
Picks up his second sack of the afternoon. Moved back to the 10. They'll try on second and goal here. Here's Locke. Throw left side, complete to Cup. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Cooper Kupp from 10 yards out as his guys are able to extend their lead. That seemed pretty ideal there for the offense, Charles. You take a little bit of time off the clock here in the third quarter, decent length drive, and you pad your lead as well at the end of it.
And what it does is let you feel like you're in control of this game, even more so than a 2-touchdown lead, right? Because you have taken that time off, as you noted, which means they couldn't get you off the field. You ran your playbook the way you wanted to, and you gave your defense some rest. What a big-time drive in that situation.
Extra point up and through by Myers. And it gives his guys a 12-point advantage. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. Oh, look at the Jew.
And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. The Steelers ready to take over on offense.
Now, they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here, and sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership.
Now, hang on. We've got an injured player down there, and oh, that's Aaron Rodgers, the quarterback shaken up. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment. So after the sack, here's 2nd and 14. From the gun, here's Rudolph. And he's going to go down again. Derek Hall in there to drop him. At sacks on 1st and 2nd downs. Now leads to a 3rd and long. Rudolph going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
The offense schemed going 5 wide, trying to create a chance for the big shot, and they took it. If he comes down with that one, that's a huge offensive swing. But credit the defense with a nice play, knocking that one away.
The Waitman now to punt as he sends this one away.
That's taken at around the 40. Call that a 46-yard punt with a net of 40 on the 6-yard return.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Get a look at this offense led by Cooper Kupp as they make their way back onto the field.
And he is just 1 reception away from 10 in this game. I don't know what they need to do defensively, but something has to be altered, does it not?
I know that whenever we tried to cover a person who's having a game like this, you're trying to vary what you're doing, trying to change things up, hoping to fool him occasionally. If not fool him, fool the quarterback so that maybe don't read the coverage correctly. Right now, though, they're in pretty good sync.
Outstanding that time from Keanu Benton. Got in there and hit him for a loss.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12.
And now a handoff to Charbonnet. And only a couple there as he'll take this up to the 47.
The tackle made at the 47-yard line. A 3-yard pickup. And it's 3rd
Now
down.
the terrible towels in full force now as the Steelers get set to defend this 3rd and long. And they'll run on 3rd down to Charbonnet. And they'll bring him down right at midfield, and he is well short of the 1st down.
Call it a gain of 3, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Well, the guys who are paid to make the tackles deserve some kudos there, but I think they deserve even bigger ones because in that situation, they had to be thinking pass. Loosened up defense, going to pass coverage. Instead, maybe they surprised them a little bit running the ball, yet they rallied to it and stopped them well short of a 1st down.
Now here's Michael Dixon. He'll boot it away from about his 35. Yeah, he was looking for the checkup bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive.
See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling that this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He would love to see his offense put together a drive and give his leg a rest.
Back now in Pittsburgh. It's the Steelers with the football, but trailing here as we get going in quarter number 4. From the 22, here's 2nd and 8. Rodgers now to throw. His throw incomplete.
It's a tried and true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, that's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he's sensed being hurried. He got rid of it before taking the hit, but incomplete. Now Rodgers. And the Seahawks defense gets to him and they bring him down. And the defense coming through on third down, a loss of 7 to bring up fourth. They went zone blitz. They're obviously successful. What makes the zone blitz successful?
Well, just go ahead and let's break the term down. Zone means they're going to play zone behind them in coverage, not man-to-man. But the zone blitz, why it's confusing to offenses? Because oftentimes defensive ends or defensive tackles will drop back into coverage, and linebackers or safeties will usually fill that gap and blitz in their spot, messing up the blocking responsibilities.
The Seahawks offense and Sam Darnold headed back out there. And this defense might be about ready to wave the white flag. Nothing they have tried to throw at him has been that successful. He just processes things so quickly and makes a right read seemingly every time. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this fourth quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
That'll go for a gain of 7. And that's going to bring up second down. Here's Locke to throw. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down.
Well, that move's all about the defender making life difficult for the receiver. Very tough for a guy to hold on to the football through all that contact. Hands up forcing the incompletion.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. Throwing now is Locke. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Third down is a down. Both sides know they absolutely have to win. And the name of the game for the defense is pressure on the quarterback. But pressure on the quarterback with contact, that's how you end up winning it.
Now here's Michael Dixon as he's on to punt for Seattle. And he didn't quite have the backspin on that one. It hits at the 4 and continues into the end zone. It's a touchback. And now out come the Steelers.
Their defense was able to force the punt. That's the good news. But this is still a 2-score game, and they need points on this drive and in a relatively quick manner.
Throwing is Rodgers. Completes it to Austin. And that's good for a gain of 6. And that will bring up second down.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up second and 4 at the 26-yard line.
To throw is Rodgers. And his throw is incomplete.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
Rodgers going to throw. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
Picked up by Devin Witherspoon.
And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line.
Well, time, certainly not on their side offensively. They had to take some chances, but that interception will further hinder their already slim chance at victory.
Yeah, and you're talking about time not on their side, but it certainly is on the defense's side, and they understood that. They knew they had to press it a little bit, and they planned accordingly, and what a benefit for them, able to pick that one off and hopefully put this game away.
The Seattle now ready to march onto the field.
They have to like the position that they are in. Fourth quarter, 2-score lead, and now the ball back after the INT.
So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. After the turnover, here's Locke. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back.
Now it looks like we're going to get a stoppage here. An injured Steeler on that last play. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. From the 31, here's a 2nd and 8.
Ready.
Now Locke. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete.
That, I believe, will put him over 100 yards receiving for the game. Yes, it will. And he's got a first down to boot.
Well, that should be a reminder defensively, and I think it's a reminder to myself because you just can't sell out to stop the run. There's still enough time that this offense can move the football through the air, even on 1st and 2nd downs, and they obviously picked the right spot to throw the ball there.
To throw it is Locke. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. This will be a 5-yard pickup as they move it from the 20 to the 15.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4 at the 15-yard line.
This 2nd and 4.
Let's go now.
Again, it's Locke.
I'm not sure he saw the linebacker there as that's batted down and incomplete.
Perfect example of the kind of attitude you have to play defensive back in the NFL. You want to be the only defender around, and you want them to challenge you. And on that play, he came through.
Jet sweep, here's Smith and Jigba. Oh, this one may need to go back to the drawing board. He's going to be swallowed up right away.
A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
They tried to catch him by surprise there on 3rd down, but this defense, they were all over the jet sweep.
And it's oftentimes all about what you're doing on the backside of the defense, whether it's the defensive end or the outside backer, who's setting the edge. And if they don't get blown off the line of scrimmage, they can really wreck a play. And in this case, they were able to make the tackle for a loss as a result.
The Seahawks field goal. A 34-yard attempt.
Myers' kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but it's still ate up time, got points, so while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
Myers now converted on the field goal try. Now he's on to kick it away.
And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. This Pittsburgh offense led by Calvin Austin running back out.
They have to like what they've gotten from him in this game.
Think about the accumulation of catches.
8.
The yards per catch now, because you're getting more than a first down every time he's touching the ball. This is the kind of game you want when you're able to throw it out wide.
Absolutely. Over 100 yards, has the 8 catches.
Buried by multiple defenders on the drive's first play.
And how about that? Defensive coordinator perfectly in sync, dials up a blitz, and the man in the middle, he's the one who gets home.
Big Mike.
Big Mike.
Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. Now it's Rodgers.
Well, check this one down to Gainwell.
Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy on the flat.
And so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down, a nice safe throw, and a good one.
And he will have the Steelers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. And in a two-score game, obviously, every play, every third down, like we saw there, magnified big pickup.
It was a huge pickup. What they really want, though, is to not even get to third down. They've got to maximize time and conserve as much as possible.
And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. 2 yards to go, second down.
At the 43-yard line.
Again, they'll throw with Rodgers. Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawks defense. DeMarcus Lawrence able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon.
Well, obviously, the pass rush gets the glory and the statistics on this play, but the coverage, they deserve a ton of credit, too. Denied open windows, erased the quarterback's targets one by one. Everywhere he looked, someone was covered. Only a matter of time before someone got there to bring him down.
19.
Rudolph looking to throw it. Here's a screen with Gainwell. And he will have the first down as he's brought down up near midfield. Now we're going to get a timeout here as it looks like there's a Seahawk injured on the play. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside.
Ready up.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10.
Panthers 60. Panthers. Check out.
Now a handoff coming left is Gainwell. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down. This linebacking core, they've done a good job of keeping that running game in check, haven't they?
They certainly have, and what they'll also do when this game is over is thank the guys up front, the big defensive line, because they've kept them clean, so to speak, not letting blockers get to them, allowing them to run to the football and keep that running game bottled up. All right, this is the time of the game where they're down a couple of scores, and they've really got to get some yards in chunks, and they know the defense doesn't want to give those up. They've got to find a way to take them anyway.
Now the question is, can they string a few of those together? And they'll try and run for it with Gainwell. And he will have the Steelers first down by about a yard as they're able to convert on 3rd and 2. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
Now it's Rudolph. Got an open man. It's Valdez-Scantling. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Now a 2nd and 2.
31-yard line.
Here we go. Shot.
Out of the gun, Rudolph. Going across the formation, he finds Freiermuth. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5.
On the ready.
1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game.
Set. 60 in.
Here's Rudolph. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and goal.
Come on. Set. Let go.
Rudolph going to throw again. And he is going to go down. Back at the 11-yard line. Ernest Jones picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
2nd goal, last thing you need to do is get pushed backwards to take a sack. But he couldn't find anywhere to go with the football. Had to eat it and ended up on the ground.
Go.
Now Rudolph with 3rd and goal. That quick throw there is incomplete.
And that drive is going pretty darn well. 3 previous times converted on 3rd down. But on that one, the defense rose up and said enough of that.
28-yard attempt.
Boswell's kick is good. And they're hanging around here as the lead's down to 12. So the 3 points there in CD, that helps them inch a bit closer.
Yeah, partner, when you're losing, Any points you see go on the board in your favor, you're happy to take them.
And they finally get to him out near midfield, but he's all the way across the 45 to the 46. Kenneth Walker headed back out there.
And really a lot of guys you could highlight on this offense with how well they've played, but he's one of them. He's been spectacular so far.
I'd say he'd be the number one, wouldn't you?
Yeah.
Because it's not just the numbers. It's, as you said, I think you said focal point. Well, that's what he's been, and that means he's created other opportunities because they've had to bring the defense to him. He's run it really well. He's caught it out of the backfield. They're trying to stop him. That means there are chances for the rest of the guys to do damage themselves.
No gain on the play. It'll be second down.
And for the defense, this is a spot where you don't want to totally sell out to stop the run, but you do have a pretty good idea of what you're going to see. And that's good work right there to keep them in check on that first down carry.
Block now to throw. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on third down.
Normally being a big-bodied receiver plays to their advantage downfield. Go up and make the catch, take the hit, and pick up yardage. But in this case, the hit was timed really well and popped it free from his grasp.
They look to throw. It's Locke. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Putting pressure on the guy throwing the football is always good, but when you can couple that with contact on him that leads to an incompletion, as we just saw there, that's winning football.
Now here's Michael Dixon as he's on to punt for Seattle. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away.
The Steelers take over first.
Out comes the Steeler offense now, ready to see what they can do here. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it, forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize. Like going to the county fair, you don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material.
At the 21-yard line.
Rudolph now to throw. And the Seahawks defense gets to him and they bring him down.
Multiple players getting home there for an 8-yard loss. He seemed to have a reasonable amount of time in the pocket, but he couldn't get rid of the football, and the end result, Charles, him on the ground.
Yeah, he's got to keep an internal clock to go along with his offensive line. When you're talking about 3, 4, 5 seconds, that's a reasonable amount of time to expect to deliver the ball downfield. So great to try and complete a pass, but it's equally important to know when to throw the football away, too.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There was pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
He'll take it at the 42. And out now come the Seahawks.
They've got a chance now to put this game away following that last defensive stop and punt.
They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 on their side of midfield at the 47. Locke going to throw. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. Takes this to the 45. Broken tackle. Brought him a little extra space.
Ball spotted at the 45. Here's 2nd and 3.
the Steelers' 45-yard line.
Here's Locke. And he's going to be swallowed up. Sacked back at the 45-yard line. They'll wind up losing 10 on the sack, and it'll lead to a 3rd and long.
He's known for his legs and his fancy footwork, but he's not getting much of a chance to use it here. The defense continued to hold the upper hand by bringing him down on that play.
A lot of ground to cover here for Locke and the Seahawks. 3rd and long after that sack.
Looking to throw.
Locke. He'll get this complete to the tight end Barner. And to the 49-yard line, but no further. And obviously he is well short of the first.
Now here's Michael Dixon as he's on to punt for Seattle. And that one hits a little too close to the goal line, and it continues into the end zone for a touchback. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field.
These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
Now we're going to get a timeout here as it looks like there's a Seahawk injured on the play.
Well, hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break. Third and inches, and they've got some extra beef up front. 3 tight ends.
Rudolph going to do it himself.
And he will have the Steelers first down, maybe by about a yard as they find a way to convert on 3rd and inches.
Steelers first down. 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. After the run, Rudolph now going to throw.
That's to his running back, Gainwell.
Pulling a gain of 3 on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7 at the 35-yard line.
Here we go. 60 Bison, 60.
Here's Rudolph.
Throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete.
Nowadays, quarterbacks don't mind throwing into coverage because of the confidence they have in their receivers to come down with the ball. But sometimes you have to be careful you don't get too confident and throw an interception.
Rudolph looking to throw.
A short one there to Freiermuth. And he will have the Steelers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And the Steelers first down. 1st and 10.
Correct me if I'm wrong. Yeah, you're down 2 scores. I don't think you need to rush just yet, but you can't take your time either.
Yeah, even if you don't want to commit to full 2-minute offense, you have to up the tempo, up the urgency. Maybe you're starting to call 2 plays in a huddle each time you snap the ball.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. A gain of 10, good for a Steeler first down.
Steelers first down. 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Now Rudolph.
A short one there to Freiermuth.
And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42.
Completion was given up, and that's why you play zone defense, so that you can have people around the ball when it's caught, and you don't give up much run after the catch.
From the gun, a give to Gainwell.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Now we're going to get a timeout here as it looks like there's a Seahawk injured on the play.
Now, the medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break.
Well, this drive, they're 2 for 2 on third down conversions, but they need 7 yards here. Back to throw, Rudolph. Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawks defense.
Boye Mafe in there to drop him for a 6-yard loss, and that will lead to 4th down. Here we go on 4th. Rudolph going for Metcalf on the deep ball. This is caught inside the 15. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down.
I'll tell you what, this is not for the faint of heart right here. 4th down, this is taking a big risk, but it's as good a play call as you can imagine. And the defense, just not able to come up with the stop they needed. And this is not just a first down, but a big play as well.
On 1st and 10, it's game 1.
And he is going to lose yardage here. So a 5-yard run the other way in the wrong direction, and that leads us to 2nd and 15.
They'll fake it on the jet sweep, and instead a handoff up the middle.
And his rough afternoon continues. He's going nowhere again.
A gain of a yard.
From the gun on 3rd down, it's Rudolph. And that's going to be knocked away in the end zone. It's incomplete.
As a defensive back, you have some weapons at your disposal that we don't often talk about. And you can read the receiver's eyes, you can read his hands, and you know that the arrival of the ball is imminent, and that allows you to make a play on it and oftentimes knock it away.
4th down, desperation time for Rudolph. Did he get the feed down? Yes! Touchdown! Marquez Valdez-Scantling, a 15-yard touchdown grab.
And the Steelers have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th.
And he just did get those feet in there on the side of the end zone. Well done.
Probably the exact size foot necessary, because I think if he had another half size, that catch doesn't count. And he's able to get it in, and it counts for a touchdown.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown.
And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
The Seattle now ready to march out of the field.
Their lead back down to 1 score after the touchdown a moment ago. First down's a must on this drive as they start out here 1st and 10. They'll begin here with a run with Charbonnet.
And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
2nd and 7.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
Here's Locke to throw. Throw left side, complete to Cup. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts. That'll leave him with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
First down, Seahawks.
To throw it is Locke. Looking for Cooper Kupp again, 2 in a row. The Steelers signal for the 2nd of their timeouts. And as the 2 teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break.
Here's 2nd and 3.
Here we go.
Now Locke. And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going down. Now it appears we have a Steeler here slow to get up.
The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. Throwing now is Locke.
Outright to Smith-Njigba.
And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Now the Steelers going to use their 3rd and final timeout
That's good.
And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. Back to throw. Lock. Going right back to Smith and Jigba. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
That's another Seahawks first down. A gain of 12.
Looking to throw. Lock.
First down.
Smith and Jigba with the ground. And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
That's the third time on this drive that these two have connected with each other. They've got a real rapport going. And right now, it's paying off with big chunks of yardage, as shown by that last play.
At the 16-yard line.
Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. They've got a 1st and 10 as they look to try and finish this one off. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Again, he'll drop to throw. That is intercepted. And the Steelers force the turnover. They'll take over at their own 27. And my, how the tables have turned now. They were trying to salt this one away, but that interception, potentially a game changer.
I just got to think to myself, at this point of the game, I know you've been aggressive. I know that's your MO, and that's fine. And all those teams that talk about all gas, no brakes, you better have the emergency level.
And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Uchenna and Wosu got the sack there.
It's now 2nd and 19. At the 18-yard
Rudolph. He'll find Gainwell out of the backfield. He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6.
It's a gain of 6. Brings up 3rd and 13.
Throwing here, Rudolph. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. Oh, and that's going to sabotage their comeback plans. It is intercepted. Picked off by Reek Woolen. And the Seahawks have just about sewn up this football game. Well, you knew you had to take some chances here with the clock winding down, needing a touchdown to win it, and that one might have just sealed their fate.
Yeah, and that's the nature of the 2-minute drill. The offense trying to go downfield and make their plays. But defenses, they're sitting back watching everything that they do, but not too far back. They want to be in position to make a play on the ball, and that they did.
The Seattle now ready to march onto the field. And still a little bit of time left, but the defense can't stop the clock, so 3 kneel downs should be enough to finish this one off. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 43. A lot going to throw it here. They're complete to Smith and Jigba. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts, as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. This is 2nd and 8. Back to throw. Lock. He finds Smith and Jigba.
They kept the receiver in the short field, but that let his quarterback get the ball quickly to him before either guy in double coverage could react.
Now Lock. Able to find the open man. That's complete. Still fighting for more. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. A big pickup there. Without question, that should be more than enough to wrap this one up.
1st and 10 at the 22-yard line.
What a call there on 3rd down. Took conviction, didn't it? If this is incomplete, the complexion of this game changes dramatically. Instead, not only is this a 1st down, but it's a big play to boot.
To throw is Lock. He gets this into the hands of Kupp once again. And he is going to have a Seahawks 1st down. And that
should just about do it.
How about the way they're moving the ball down the field? They had a big play a moment ago. Followed it up with another nice one here. And before you know it, they're already looking at 1st and goal.
And now here comes their final timeout as they take it with 8 ticks remaining. So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. This to put him a touchdown and a 2-point conversion up. And the 10-year vet knocks it through the goalpost, and that'll push the lead up to 8. From a defensive perspective, though, I think maybe they're saying, hey, we did what we needed to do, kept this a 1-score game.
Yeah, without a doubt, because they were able to bleed some time off the clock, right? Put themselves in a good position, but it's not out of reach yet, okay? Being able to hold them to a field goal means that they do have a chance to come back and win this game.
Myers now converted on the field goal try. Now he's on to kick it away.
And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. They'll come up 1st and 10 here.
One last throw here for Rudolph. He's going to let it fly.
This ball intercepted. And the Seahawks are going to hang on the final play. They get the turnover to seal this football game. Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And partner, I have no idea what the top speed is on one of those high-end sports cars. What's the top gear you can get into? This offense, they certainly were there in this one, huh? Everything clicking for them in this contest, the kind of performance that they're going to cherish.
So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.
With that, we say so long from Pittsburgh.